Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to April. March went by so quickly. So quickly because we had our trip and we're still busy in the midst of things. But I'm very happy April is here. I'm happy we've gone through the time change. I think ironically, the where we're moving to is going through their time change right now, the Netherlands. I think it's this weekend. And so now they're going to be back to their typical time difference, which is 9 hours. But for a little while there, a couple weeks in March here, we were only 8 hours apart. So I picked out, let's see, these are February of 23. These, I've had these for a while, and I think I refreshed some. I think I got some additional ones just because I love this one so much. So I got so many. Actually, I got duplicates of things, don't I? I guess I liked it that much. But I'll definitely use some corners. So because I still have one, I'll just kind of put my duplicates off to the side here. Might use these up, but I might also use this one here. And I don't know if I'm going to use these. What did I do last month? Oh, okay. I would like to put, something down the side here. And let's see. So I'll definitely use this. Maybe I'll put this off to the side. But I don't think I have enough room, and they wouldn't, I'd have to white them out. They would fit. The Wednesday does fit. So I might consider these. And then I had these two WASHIs. Now this is an old sterling ink, but it has gold dots, which I love, but this has silver on it, and not to be too matchy, but I just kind of feel the silver just goes better, so I don't think I'll use that. Plus, I mean, it's very close in color, but I think I'll save that one. This I have a lot more of, and it has silver hearts on it, and it has kind of still a mix of kind of warmer purples and pinks. So I feel like this might be a little much, but also might be just right. And then my two, Tombows here. I have like a gray, which I thought is almost like this here, but maybe a little bit more neutral gray. So N89, and then the purple is 623. It's the warmest light purple I have. I am thinking about completing or just getting more Tombows before I go. I have the holder for them, so it's not like it's going to take any less or more room in our packing. And then I have this to use as well. So I'm trying to collect myself a little bit. I was, as someone suggested, I want to kind of share our whole like packing and moving strategy stuff. I don't have a centralized place for that yet, so I think I might make some room in this one because this is the one I use the most. I do have other trip things in my traveler's notebook, so I am considering it over there as well. I just need to find a central place that I can make a few lists. I would say probably, even though my monthlies are in here and we will have, like dates, obviously I'm going to have to record them on here. Oh, this is when she was doing a solid rectangle for these. Okay. And do I want to put this down first? No. Okay, let's go back on this strip here. Just, I want to highlight first. Yeah, my brain's all over the place. So I think, again, I didn't think, if we weren't moving, I probably wouldn't be using the traveler's notebook. Let's see, do I want to put gray up here? Yeah. Actually, I want to highlight around it on the top or the sides. One step at a time here. I think I want to white out the top. Do that first. Because I think I do want to put these other ones, but they're transparent, so I'm trying to think in layers of like, what do I want first? Anyway, we are still getting a couple documents. There's a document that we do have ready, but you have to have it done within the last 6 months. And so I'm having it sent away again so that by the time we move, I'll have it, it'll be fresh. And I mean, it's for a marriage certificate because, you know, in case you get divorced. Now, with birth certificates, it's kind of one and done. It just, when you get it done, it lasts forever. So, because it's not like your birth date is changing or your place or anything like that. But we are stepping through some other, you know, things of getting done. And I need to have it, yeah, like in a place. Yeah, I don't think I want to highlight over the whiteout, so I think I'm going to do the sides first here with just the light gray. I don't think I'm going to go across the top. Actually, I'm just going to go on the bottoms here. And, but we're having, you know, to get some additional luggage so we can bring some more things. But again, we're not bringing any furniture or anything like that. I had packed once with packed up a lot of my clothes, and since visiting, I mean the weather is very similar to here in Seattle, in Amsterdam, but they do have a little bit more wind. Now, if you live in downtown Seattle, it's definitely windy down there near the water. But let's see, put the candle a little bit more in frame. But there's a difference when you don't have a car. We are so bundled up toasty in our cars wherever we go, and that, like, where we're looking, there are areas where you can't take a car, and areas that, oh, some of these have little highlight lines underneath, like the Saturday here. It's when she was doing that. So, I'm trying to see which row I want to use. I know this Wednesday will work, but I'm kind of thinking of one of the other ones to make it a little smaller. So this row and this row have the accents on the smaller days. I think I'll do this one. So anyway, you have to, you know, wear different clothes if you're going to be walking and bike riding. And, you know, I had some, it's a little crooked, but I like how it's kind of blending in for the kind of washi tape paper here. It's mostly noticeable that it's crooked because there's a line under the Monday there. But anyway, I had brought a sweater and a rain jacket, and I did layer them. But oh my gosh, you know, they really do say if it's got some polyester in there, you are not going to be able to. I was like drenched in sweat when I got home. Need some more things that breathe a little easier. And so yeah, just looking at different kinds of fabric for our ventures. Yeah. But also, you know, we didn't take much. I mean, that's crooked. That's definitely crooked. Let's see. We did all carry on our trip. And I had done that before going to London. There we go. I think it just kind of fits there. So, because we were hoping to bring a bit more with us to leave over there, but my cousin didn't have room at his space. So, this will be our like big move of all of our stuff. And we will leave some back here with my mom. But it is a very different thing to look around and see what you really don't need. Because like when we were on our trip, there was like a couple things we missed. Like I missed my pillow. And my pillow's coming this next time. I'll have to just squish it down. But it's one of those... I mean, we will get new pillows over there. But this is like the pillow that I sleep with. We sleep with, you know, multiple pillows. And we will not be bringing any other pillow, like no couch pillows, no nothing like that. We're not bringing anything like that. That's looking good. Okay. I'm liking this so far. So, and let's see. I think now, because I have that part shaded, it's going to give me a better sense of how to lay this part down. Let's see how, I don't think I want it like right next to it. If I have it here, no, I think I want to have it here. Let's see if this will lay down flat right there. Oop. It's a little... I think the top is flat. So I think if I just peel this up to the middle. And yes, I know there's other ways to do this. If I just go slow here, I think I got this. There we go. That's where I wanted it to. And then we just... Yep, that's flat enough. Like it's over like a 0.5 millimeter by the time. Like it's a smidge. It's just a smidge. We're just gonna let it go. And I want my corners so I can put the other part here. Let's see. Actually, I'm thinking, oh, that's really pretty oriented this way. I could almost overlay that. I'm wondering if I could do that here. Because there's so much room here. Let's see. Anyway, that's some of my thoughts so far. We, I think we picked a date. We're just like finalizing like exactly which date. kind of wondering this maybe here, Easter, or just, how about here? So I think we'll buy our tickets in the next couple days here. I don't think anything's getting any cheaper right now, and we got to make sure that we have something that works. So let's see. That's kind of upside down, but I'm thinking if I kind of put this here and then I'm thinking about putting April in the middle here. Let's see. I think I'm going to get this one ready. Oh, I do have these little ones and these bigger ones. Actually, that's what I want to do, is take a bigger one. Maybe I will regret putting those other ones down. Let's see. Having something that's kind of cut right there. But there's so much room. Actually, if I swap it here, I think kind of overlay the gray like that, and then just kind of have it off to the side a little bit, like not over top, but just like kind of underneath. Kind of like that. And then kind of want to do some more in here. I'm thinking this one. Kind of right there. And then just a few more. Yeah, maybe I can soften this up a little bit. Like that. Yeah, she made them quite different a while back, and just in terms of shape and subject matter. And I love that she just kind of keeps experimenting. I love the Alice in Wonderland type inspiration one that she has right now. And let's see right there, I think. So yeah, that feels a little bit more organic on the side. I like that. And let's see. And I didn't even use any washi. There was no washi. We do have a spring break, but that's already marked. I like that this is just kind of nestled in there. Am I even going to use purple anywhere? That's a good question. Maybe just vertically on the two sides. Just a little splash. I think it'd be too hard to do it under. I would have done it under. And I think it's going to be too hard. And I don't think it needs anchoring down anymore because there's so much going on down here. So let's see about just a really quick purple highlight on the side. And that might be about it. The shadows look different when I bring my pen down. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice and subtle. Just a little bit. I like that. I would use more of a highlight. Actually, we have 2 more pages to do. I keep forgetting that in this book there's more. Okay. So, and also, I got these from Focus Planner Room Shop. And yeah, I just swapped these out at the beginning here, and I love having just like a little 4 in April sticking out there. I don't really use the numbers on there, so I can kind of reuse them every year. And then, yeah, we have these. And what I'll do is, usually I count these. Let's see if I can go to last month. It is right here. Okay. I like to use the flip side of this because it feels like I can get closer to the paper and not have it do wonky things, even though the cork is supposed to go down for grip. But I used to do this during art school too. I just, I don't know, I didn't trust that it wouldn't, I mean, it still moves around. It really does. Okay, and then I think I want to highlight more. I think I'll use, yeah, the washi tape here. Ooh. And then, oh, I was going to do highlight on the horizontal, but no, I want to do vertical. That's what the theme is this month. We're just going with that. Actually, I think I want to do the outside. I know this month will pass by oh so quickly. So quickly. Yeah. Yeah, where'd my pen cap go? There it is. Let's put some washi down before I forget. And I think, let's see, the hearts were facing one way. Yeah, they're all facing this way. But the flowers kind of go on both sides. I'm trying, I had a funny thing happen when I picked up my son last week, and I'm trying to think if I want to share it. It was a comedy of errors. Nothing he did, actually. Absolutely nothing that he did. It was me and his friend, which sounds weird. Let me clarify. Let me clarify, because that didn't sound right. So he was staying after to make up a test. There was a math test that he missed while we were gone. And he stayed after. He had forgotten and went out to meet where I pick him up. But when he realized no one was out there, well, his friends weren't there, he was like, wait, I need to go in and do that. So he went in, he took his test. He messaged me, all going according to plan, right? Then I get his text and I just get so like, I got to pick him up right now. Somewhat because, you know, I am conscious of his needs, and sometimes waiting out in the weather can be hard for him with his sensory stuff. So I'm trying to think if I don't want to put that there. I could put it up here though. That's super cute. I think I might. Do I want it all the way over? Otherwise I'm putting it over here. I like it over here better. And so I decide, okay, this is me being a little vulnerable. I think many people do this too. I'm not alone. And it is kind of a sensory thing for me too, is that I'm constantly wearing pajamas, right? I'm wearing pajamas right now. That's that's not too uncommon, especially like if you're, you know, being comfortable at home. And I'm like, well, I'm going to take off. And this is awkward. Let's see. Okay, I'll put it up in this corner. I'm just going to take off. I'm not going to have to get out of the car. I'm just picking him up. So I proceed to, and we have a garage, so I can get into one car and the neighbors won't see me, right? Okay, that was my plan. That's what I did. I leave and I'm 2 minutes away from home and I realize I don't have my phone. I was like, this pajamas idea is the best ever because I'm just going to have to not worry about things, and I'm just going to sit out in the parking lot and pick him up and it's just him. Well, so I'm trying to think if I want to go back and use some of these transparent ones. Then I realize as I'm getting there, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just text my husband. No, I can't text anybody. I didn't have my watch on. I didn't have anything. I mean, I had like capri bottom. I didn't have like tiny shorts on or anything, but I had like capri type bottom. I think I'm going to overlap those. Do that. Cool. This looks good. And so as I'm pulling up, I'm like, I hope he's out there. I hope he's out there. So yeah, he could just pop in real quick and we could go. Actually, I have two things to write at the top here. So I like to write what would feel good and reflections. So what would feel good to get done? And then reflections. Okay, and then I'll put some one, two, three. Sorry, let me count and then I'll continue my story. I'm sure we've all done these types of things, especially if you're a parent. Sometimes you let your guard down and it's, I don't know. So anyway, I'm pulling up to the school and I'm not to the drop off area yet, but I'm going past the front of it, and his friend that we normally carpool with comes running out the front doors and is like, hey, I missed the bus. Can I get a ride with you? I'm like, oh, sure. No problem. And he's like, oh, let me call my dad because he's kind of on his way. He didn't have a phone with him, so he had used the office phone. Granted, this is like a half hour after school. This is not long. This is not like an hour or two after school. This is just like a half an hour. And If that. Yeah. And so I said, I'm probably going to need your help though. So I said, yeah, hop in. Let me go to the drop-off spot just to see if my son was coming out. So we go over there and he's like, yeah, he wanted to call his dad. I said, I don't have my phone. We're going to have to use my son's phone. So he goes running inside. He is like, I don't know where that classroom is. And I'm like, can you try to figure it out? I don't know. I don't have my phone. So, he ends up finding him. He ends up bringing him out. We all kind of laugh and get in the car. He uses my son's phone, calls his dad just in time. His dad hadn't left yet because he was still going around doing things for work and I think was going to be home in the next half hour and was saying like, look, you got to wait. You were supposed to take the bus and you didn't. So you got to wait. And so yeah, everything worked out. But if that kid had made the bus, I probably would have gone into the front door, pretend, I was wearing striped capri pants. And I mean, at least I had a bra on. That's all I can say. That, and I think I had a sweatshirt on of some kind. So, and when my son got in the car, he said, oh, I wanted to ask him a question anyway. And they laughed and laughed because, yeah, they got more time to talk about stuff that they wanted to talk about. Sometimes when you do really silly things, it does work out. That's all I have to say about that. And I still laugh about it, and it wasn't going to hurt anybody. It was just, and everybody was going to get safely home, and everybody, could I have turned around? Yes. And I think I was halfway there, and my son actually did text and said, let me know when you're there because the tracking is not refreshing. Because he saw that my phone wasn't moving. And so he needed to know like when I was arriving because the teacher wanted him to stay safe inside. So it all worked. So these are my April pages. Do I feel like I want anything down here? I think this would have been pretty down here, but I also think it would have been a lot with that there. I'm just trying to see if there's any more like purple highlight. Do I want to put like, excuse me. It's a nice purple, but I think we'll just leave it as lines. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. What silly things have you done? What little silly stories that could have been pretty embarrassing, but they worked out? I would love to hear if you have any stories like that, because sometimes you just gotta laugh when times are hard, and I would love to hear. Am I not alone? Am I alone in this? Did I just do something super silly? And I feel like it's silly. I don't feel like it's my own fault. If I'm going to wear pajamas in the car, I honestly feel like sometimes when I do that and I'm running an errand that I don't have to get out of the car, like if I'm picking up a store order and they bring it out to the car, or I'm mailing something and I can just drop it in a mailbox that I can drive by. There's many times when, you go in your pajamas. But I also know, like, what if I run out of gas, or what if the car breaks down and I'm going to be on the side of the road in my pajamas? Many people have done that too. And I just know in the back of my mind that may happen. And I do take that seriously. So fortunately, between here and the school isn't too far. There are safe spots along the way. But yeah, it would have been interesting if I was walking into my son's school that way. Yeah, let me know. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking and subscribing on the way out. Purple, I love for April. It's just like that in May. I think both of them have some really beautiful, like purpley colors. And again, this whole month is going to go by so fast because of spring break here in the middle. And then we have May and June and then we go. I think we're leaving within the first week of July. So there's just a couple dates there that we're just finalizing. It's like, do we want to go on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday? That's basically what we're looking at. And how that times with my infusions. I think what I'm going to try to do, and I need to talk to my GI about it a little bit, although I see her after. I might just send her a message. Sometimes I would, with Entyvio, I would bump it a week. So it would be like 9 weeks in between instead of 8. And I never noticed a difference on the Entyvio because it was strong enough that it could go 9 weeks, but overall it wasn't strong enough for me. It's like that. It's like I never noticed any gaps, but I never got to the height of remission. So with this one, I'm getting to the height of remission. And the last time I had some symptoms towards the last week, but it could have been another issue that I saw the doctor about. So I'm thinking about, I think my next one, that's a really good question. Okay. I'm going to look at this first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 28th, if I push that one out to Cinco de Mayo. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would push it to June 30th, which actually I just scheduled a dental appointment that day, but I can move it. And then we would be leaving the week after. So there's only like a week in between. Now for our trip, we left 2 days after my infusion and it went okay. I mean, I was a little stressed, but I was a little hyped up on adrenaline, and I wasn't too tired though. Like, we were jet lagged. Of course, we were definitely jet lagged in here. And Friday when I met with somebody, it was hard. I will say that. But I wasn't like canceling things. So like I was in bed all day, which is the difference between many of these medications. So I would like to get closer to our leaving date. Otherwise, if we go earlier, it's really hard. It's more tricky in June because my son's still finishing school, and yeah, it's just kind of tricky. I'm just thinking I want to push it. I would rather feel bad like this week than feel bad right before leaving, if that makes sense. Because we're going to be needing a lot of moving a lot of things and donating a lot of things. And I did find someone locally that I'm going to call to see if they can help as well. Like, I know I have family, friends, but then I think we need just like one more person maybe to help us out a little bit. So, that's what I'm thinking. And I need to check with my doctor on that. So, my GI doctor. Anyway, sorry I rambled on about that, but I had to look at that really quick since I'm looking at my months. Yeah, tell me what your embarrassing story is that you feel okay sharing, right? Something silly, something, I guess for April Fools, I did not tie that together, but, sometimes they don't have to be pranks. Sometimes they don't have to be jokes. Sometimes they just have to be pure silliness that just happens because you think everything's going to go just fine in your pajamas. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.